Hi there, Visionary family, and welcome back to another one with Lady Visionary. Hope you guys are doing amazing as always. If you're new to my channel, make sure you go ahead and smash that red subscribe button. Have a look. Is the subscribe button in red? If that is yes, then you do need to go ahead and smash the subscribe button and become part of this growing family here on YouTube. For those of you guys who don't know me, I am Lady Visionary. I relocated from the UK to Rwanda, and I'm trying to live out my dream and live my best life and support my people, and so that we can keep winning. So that's who I am. You can go ahead and check out some of my other videos, and get to know more about the content that I create here on YouTube. I'm seeing so many of you guys join. Thank you so much for joining. There'll be more, so there'll be a slight delay before I get into this whole. You guys have seen the title, so you guys can have an idea of what I'm going to be talking about. I'm seeing more of you guys join. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you smash on the like button. Make sure you smash on the like button. If you are a new or an old subscriber, I just want to say thank you so much for the love. I have a lot of you guys who've joined just recently, and a lot of you guys who've been with me for a while. So I just want to take this time to say thank you so much. I really do appreciate the love. Guys, it's been crazy. It's been crazy, but I'm going to get into it. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you smash and like this live stream. Yeah, and if you can share it out so more people can join, because this is actually quite informative for the diaspora, people thinking about relocating, not only to Rwanda, but other countries on the continent. So this is really, really useful information that I want to share with you guys. For those of you guys who do not know, I offer consultations. So that's business consultations or relocation consultation for anybody who's interested in relocating and investing here in Rwanda. I normally set up those consultations via Zoom for about an hour. It is at a cost, a very affordable cost, guys. So you can check out the description bar and you will find my email there. That's projecthealtha@gmail.com. Again, that's projecthealtha@gmail.com. So you can go ahead and send me an email and we can set up a Zoom consultation. A lot of you guys, well, some of you guys know that recently I spoke about the diaspora home project that I'm doing. This is something that I'm very passionate about. It was an idea that came to mind quite a while ago, but I just thought I'd share it now because I have acquired the land, and now I'm just waiting for the documents to be able to build on the land. So I do want to build, for those of you guys who don't know, I do want to build a diaspora home project, which means that by the time it's complete, those of you guys who are thinking about relocating or visiting, and you just don't want to have to think about the extra cost with regards to somewhere to stay, I am offering you somewhere to stay free of charge here in Rwanda, but the only catch is that you have to pay your own utility bills. So that's water, gas, electricity, internet. So, and that would only be about what, like if for the month, it will be around 100, maybe 120, if that. So, it's pretty affordable, the utilities, but you get to live rent free for up to a month, guys. Yeah, that's the other catch. It's up to a month. Okay, for those of you guys, as I said, you just want to come, you just want to visit, you just want to have a feel of the place, you want to know if Rwanda is for you. And I always encourage people to come and visit the continent, come and visit the country first before you pack all your bags, you start shipping things, and then realizing that actually this is not the country for you. So I'm just giving the opportunity for those of you guys who would want to come and visit Rwanda. You have a place to stay. But the project, we plan to start the project August of this year, and hopefully it will be completed by August of next year. I'm seeing a few of you guys in the building. Don't go anywhere. I will let you guys know what has happened very, very soon. Please do bear with me. I just want to go ahead and greet some of you guys. And obviously more people will be joining, wanting to find out what exactly is happening. And I don't want you guys to go anywhere because it's very, very informative. And, I'm all about being transparent here. Some people will say, oh, it's like it's negative. Like, why do you want to share that on YouTube? But at the same time, I feel like by me sharing my experiences, somebody else can hopefully learn from it and hopefully avoid getting into the same situations like I have done. Okay, so hopefully you'll find it informative. Please do go ahead and make sure that you like the live stream. Make sure that you've shared it out to like on your social media platform. And again, I'm on Instagram as lady_visionary. So you can go ahead and, support me on Instagram. And I also have a business Instagram, which is Twin Lakes Recreational Island. For those of you guys who know, I am, or don't know, I am working on a hotel project. So you can go ahead and follow that Instagram handle as well. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, guys, and also remember, whenever I'm live, you can support my work. I've pinned the support link in there, so you guys can go and check that out, or you can support my work via just throwing a super chat whenever I am live. Again, thank you guys for being so patient with me and just following me along the journey. I really do appreciate that. And I got my hair done today, guys. I feel like when I don't know if a lot of women feel like this, but when you get your hair done, like I got my hair done today and I got my feet done, and I gave a tip to the girls that were working on me today because I just felt like really, yeah, like uplifted. I really needed my hair done. It hadn't been done for about 4 weeks. And so I feel like, great. Guys, for those of you guys who are coming in, I'm about to go into the topic. You guys can see the title. It's really just to give information and sort of also help you guys on your own journey. And hopefully you won't fall into the same mistakes as I have done. Okay, so stick around. I'm just going to greet you guys and then I'm going to get into it. So do let me know where you're listening in from. I'd really appreciate that. You've got, is it Aaliyah in the building? Aaliyah, I recognize you there. If I'm squinting, please bear with me. I was supposed to put my contacts in, but guys, yeah, and I thought I'm not wearing my glasses because I look cute, so I just want to continue looking cute. Guys, I'm just bigging myself up. Just don't pay me any mind. Okay, so Aaliyah, I just want to say hi to you. Thank you so much for being here. Is it Isazi is in the building? I'm planning my trip to Rwanda next year. I look forward to seeing you. Aaliyah, your hair is beautiful. Thank you so much. I tried something new, added a little bit of color to the end. Yeah, I really like it. It's different. It's different. It's not my usual hairstyle, but thank you. Regman Music is in the building. Regman Music is saying peace and blessings at Lady Visionary. Peace and blessings to you. Thank you so much for being here. You're one of my loyal supporters. I always see you. Thank you so much. Vincent is in the building. Welcome back to Rwanda. We have been missing you. Oh, thank you so much. Like, I've been hearing that I have a lot of supporters here in Musanze, which is the city, well, yeah, the second city in Rwanda where I live. And I'm like, really? Oh my God. Oh, thank you guys. For those of you guys who are watching me from Rwanda and supporting me, you like what I do. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Anointed prayer. I see you. Okay, I see you. I see you. Okay, where's your comment? Okay, sorry, Kerry-Ann. Oh, and how you were treated by the Rwandan police. Guys, don't judge anything before I get into it. Okay, don't judge anything. Sade's in the building. Sade, thank you so much for being here. And Sade is saying, "Hey, Lady Visionary." Sade, sorry about the situation you experienced. The African superstar Black is in the building, or African superstar. She has a channel, so go ahead and check her out as well. She's saying, oh my God. Yeah, Anointed Prayers, kindly hit the thumbs up button as you join the live stream. Yes, guys, make sure you smash the like button at least, If you're here supporting me, please, please, please go ahead and smash the like button. Anointed Prayers is watching from the US. Yes, the African superstars in the building. Humble Gambian is saying hello, sister. Hello to you as well. Is it Phoebe? God bless you. Thank you so much, and same to you as well. Is it very religious in Rwanda? I wouldn't say it's like super religious here. But yeah, we have people of different faiths, Christians, Muslims. Yeah. So guys, so guys. So as you guys can see from the title, yes, it is true. And I just want to do like a little disclaimer. It's not really to paint a negative picture on Rwanda at all. Like Rwanda is really, really amazing, really, really amazing. And if you look at the level of crime in Rwanda, it's significantly low. Rwanda, one of the reasons why I chose to live here in Rwanda is due to the fact that the crime levels are so low in comparison to a lot of other countries, right? So, and a lot of it is like little petty crimes that happen here, really. So it's nothing like super, super significant. But I guess any crime is significant, right? So if you guys don't know about the previous situation, you guys are going to have to check that out on my channel. But this all happened when I was away. I was away in Jamaica, and all this information was being fed to me by my husband, who was on the ground here in Rwanda. So basically, what happened is that when I was going away, obviously we have quite a few projects that we work on here in Rwanda, and specifically the project that needed a bit more help and a bit more staffing was our farm project. It's our farm project. So while I was away, my husband decided to employ a new member to the team. And basically, we got him in, he's working on the farm. He was only there for a week, but it seemed like he was just there to kind of suss out what was going on and just make his move and run. And that's basically what he did. Like he stole from other staff members on the farm. He stole a staff uniform. He stole money that like the day-to-day running of the farm. He stole other staff members' money, literally, because where our project site is on a peninsula. Basically, sometimes depending on the lake level, sometimes it's an island. When the water levels are lower, it becomes a peninsula. So and where it is, it's quite rural. So basically, this new staff member who only lasted about a week, he basically analyzed the situation, analyzed the farm, looked at what various people were doing on the farm, and took the opportunity, took all he could, and basically ran, and disappeared. And this was on a day that the other staff members were really, really busy. So like people returned to their duties and was like, okay, what's happened? Money's missing, uniforms are missing. And also the new staff who's only been there a week is also missing. Okay. So obviously we sort of came to the conclusion, or my husband came to the conclusion along with other staff, that he had basically robbed the farm and left. And like we don't know, where he has gone. We don't know where has gone. So my husband, obviously, because of my situation and what I was dealing with in Jamaica, my husband did not disclose this information to me at all, because he did not want to give me added stress. He was just like, right, I'm just going to try and deal with this like on my own, and then at whatever relevant time, I will let my wife know, me, Lady Visionary. So basically, my husband then makes a few phone calls. But basically, what also helps is the fact that whoever we employ on our farm, we also get their identification. Every Rwandan has an identity card. So anybody who's thinking about coming to Rwanda, thinking about employing anyone, you need to make sure that you have their identification card. You have a copy of their identification card, and you have some sort of photo of what this person looks like. And luckily for us, that's something that we always do. It's a regular practice of ours. So we had his photo, and we had his ID card information. And so basically, what happened now? My husband made several phone calls, and someone said he potentially knows this person, where we could potentially find him, where my husband could potentially find him. And bearing in mind, our project site, our farm is in the northern region of Rwanda. It's in Bogesera district. And so my husband was basically on a hunt for about 2, 3 days, along with two other people, to try and find this man. And basically, after about, I think, 2, 3 days, he found him like in near Gisenyi, which is the border of Congo. Guys, this guy ran with the money, ran with the items near to the border of Congo. And my husband and two other staff members went to go and hunt him down, found him, and brought him back to the region where the farm is, took him to the police station. He confessed to the crime that he committed, robbery, basically. He confessed. And the Rwandan police held him, and demanded that he mobilize the money that he stole, and to pay for everything that was stolen. He basically he didn't, when we found him, or when my husband found him, he basically squandered the money. He tried to say that it was less money than, like, we found out exactly how much money he stole, but then he was trying to say that it was less. But to cut a long story short, he got caught. He was in prison. I think he's still in prison right now. We just have to kind of clear up a few things, and then he will be released. He will be released. But why he hasn't been released is because the police demanded that he mobilized the money somehow to pay us back, and then we received a receipt. Was it yesterday or the day before? The receipt of the amount, including like just other expenses such as traveling costs and different costs that was calculated in a bill, and given to the Rwandan police to say this is the money he stole, along with the expenses that we had to go and find him. You know what I mean? So yeah, he was handed over to the police. Like the neighborhoods, it was just really embarrassing, because people saw that this guy, had stolen. He was made an example of. So yeah, we basically got our money back in full, and all the expenses that related to trying to find him. And I really just want to say that, like my dealings with the Rwandan police has been really, really good, nothing but positive. I'm just happy to be in a country where, because when I think about this, there's some countries that, a robbery would happen, and like you are not finding that person, you are not getting your money back. Nothing is happening. You might as well forget it because it's gone, right? But Rwanda is promising in that sense that if a crime is committed, trust me, you will get justice. Like he thought he could come onto our farm, steal the money, disappear next to Congo, and that would just be it. But he was found, currently in prison. We've received every penny back and more, of what he has stolen. We just need to write a letter for him to now be released. And that is it, really. But my point is also that, and it's not just in Rwanda, guys. It's not just in Rwanda that we, the diaspora, we are targeted. We are very much targeted. We've had cases also in the Gambia, in Tanzania. Like, people really do see us as dollar signs, and we just really need to be mindful of that and be careful as well. And like, what's my point? Guys, I lost my trail of thought for a second there. But for me, like, as I said, I'm not trying to put you off Rwanda. Rwanda is a very, very, very safe country. I can walk out in the night and feel completely safe. I'm really impressed with the policing system here. Like, Rwanda, guys, they don't play. So if you're coming here to mess around, know that you're going to be in trouble, because like, they don't play. They really don't take nonsense. They want you to be on your best behavior, like do things the right way. You don't need to be stealing. You don't need to be, involved in any nonsense. They just won't tolerate it here. Like, Rwanda is quite strict, if I'm honest. It is quite strict, but I personally like it that way because, I like to be in a country where I feel like it's got law and order, it's got law and order. And if anything happens, there is systems in place to be able to help you recover your losses or help you get justice. So, I'm really, really impressed by the the policing policies and systems here in Rwanda. Like so far, like I've not been let down, so far I've not been let down. But when my husband called me and told me about it, I was like holding my head like, oh my God, like he was saying, oh, I didn't want to worry you. Just like, oh my God. I was like, are we doing something wrong here? Are we doing something wrong here? Because we are employing people who are like, they need money to sustain their families. They wouldn't otherwise have jobs and things like that. And I'm like, we're out here doing something good for the community. And why, like I was really evaluating what exactly am I doing wrong here? Because I was like, no, we must be doing something wrong. But in the back of my mind, I was like, no, you're not doing anything wrong. You're providing a job for people who wouldn't otherwise have a job. You're doing something great here. And it's just that some people will see you as a target. Some people are just greedy. They want more than what you're giving them, even though it's good. They wouldn't even be paid that money if they were employed by another local person. So I'm like, no, continue doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. Like, and also know that you have the policing system in Rwanda that will back you up if something goes wrong. And so far, to be honest, they have never ever failed me. You guys, as I said, there was another incident that happened, involved quite a lot of money, and I got every single, amount back. With it, like I reported the case on the Wednesday. By the Thursday, they arrested. By the Friday, I had every coin back, right? So, I've been really, really impressed by the policing system here in Rwanda. It's never let me down yet. Obviously there was a case where like my face mask was down, yeah, while I was driving, and yeah, I was fined $25. And I was a little bit annoyed about that, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it is what it is. For here in Rwanda, you have to be wearing your face mask, which I know some people don't agree with, but you have to follow the law of the land. And my bad, I lost $25. But yeah, guys, I just want you to be mindful that you know you do need to be careful. And not just here in Rwanda, seriously, not just here in Rwanda. You need to be careful wherever you go, especially when you're thinking about relocating. You like for me, I'm like, oh, I'm just trying to find my feet. I'm trying, even in this pandemic. Imagine, guys, even in this pandemic where like so many people are struggling. I had to go to Jamaica to bury my mom. Like I did a GoFundMe. I was asking you guys for so much support, and you guys were amazing. You guys supported me. And then even in that, I went and I employed an extra member of staff. I employed an extra member of staff, even though things are a little bit tight. And then his intentions were just to come, suss things out, rob the farm, and disappear. But we tracked him down, we found him, and yeah, handed him over to the police here in Rwanda. So yeah, guys, I don't know if you have any questions, but the Rwanda policing system is great. It's great. As I said, in some countries, you will not be getting your money back at all. You will not be getting even $1 back. But you can rest assured, if something goes wrong in Rwanda, they will take your case seriously, and they will definitely try their best to help you. Like, I guess also, especially being like a diasporan as well, but not only being a diaspora. I know I've know other cases of like Rwandans, like they are very proactive, very, very proactive. They listen, very detailed. Oh my God, like I'm like, oh my God, all this detail, like this is a bit much, isn't it? But they're very, very detailed, especially when you give your statement. They're very, very, very detailed. They want to know every single thing from start to finish. Like they really probe you to get the information so they can really build a case. and really try to catch that criminal and really try to bring justice to you, you know. And if it's money that you've lost or whatever it may be, you can be very positive, or, you know, be rest assured that those things will be recovered. Because, yeah, as I said, Rwanda does not joke, guys. The policing system does not joke. They do not joke. And I do feel like really, really safe. It's hard to tell who is who, isn't it? You're employing someone, giving them a chance. You've never met them before. You're giving them a chance, because he was on a probation, because we always give our staff like a 1 month or so probation to see how they're working, everything like that. He lasted a week. And then he was gone. He disappeared. So, you know, we give our staff a month probation and just see how well they're working, see whether they're suited to whatever job they're doing, whether we need to be flexible and move them and rotate them into a different position and things like that. It's really hard when you're coming to a country that you don't know the people, and you're just having to try and work things out yourself. But one of the good practices I would encourage you guys to do is, whoever you're employing, make sure you have their identification information, ID, whether it's an ID card, and also make sure you know where they live. Like normally with our staff as well, we know we have their ID information, and also we have visited their homes, so we know where they live if anything goes wrong. And in this case, we did not. My husband did not visit the home of this guy that we had employed. We just had his ID card, and we'd taken photos of him with his ID card. So that was the best information we had on him. That helped us to track him down when we were asking people, like from the area that he's from, where he lives. So, you know, because if you employ someone, you just thinking, oh, you know, another brother or sister, you know, it's not like that, guys. You really have to be wise about what you're doing here. Like, I know a lot of the times it's, oh, you know, we're coming back to the continent, we're just, you know, connecting with our brothers and sisters. And yes, to some extent that is true, but you can't be blinded to the fact that, you know, some of these people, they see you as ka-ching, 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 dollar sign popping up everywhere. So they're looking at the next opportunity that they can find, and they will take it, even when, like, you're employing them and you're giving them a job and you're paying them even more than they would get paid if they were employed by their own local people. And I'm like, you know, I have some amazing staff. Can I just, like, I know I've been complaining, but I just want to take some time to just like celebrate my staff. Like, I have some amazing, amazing staff on my team that are hardworking, and I'm like, wow, that are very, very hardworking. You know, they really look out for us and the farm and our projects. Like, they really, really work hard. So there are people like that around, but there will be the odd one or two people who are just there, just sitting and waiting for an opportunity to pounce. And so you need to make sure that you exercise a level of awareness about this, not just thinking, yeah, I'm coming to the continent, I'm going to be with my brothers and sisters, and it's all going to be good, because you will hit some bumps in the road. It's not going to be a bed of roses, especially when you're doing business. Especially when you're doing business, people are like, oh, she has money, they have money, we may be able to afford things that maybe the average person would not be able to afford. Then they'll think, oh, these people are millionaires, and I'm like, which part? I wish I was a millionaire. Which part? So people have that perception that people coming from the Americas, from Europe, we loaded. So I guess, yeah, that's the wrong perception to have, and that does put you in a vulnerable situation for those preys who are looking at an opportunity to pounce. But as I said, luckily, like in Rwanda, the policing system is good. They will work with you if anything goes wrong. Also, you guys out there, do not bring problems here, because as I said, Rwanda does not joke. They don't joke. They don't joke. Anyway, guys, do you have any questions for me? I've been on here for about half an hour. So let me know if you have any questions for me. Hopefully you guys got something out of that. Let me know if you did. Give me a thumbs up, or type the number 1 if you found this useful, informative. In no means am I trying to scare anyone. I'm just trying to give information for you guys to also exercise a level of awareness, right? And that's what this channel is all about. It's about giving information, so you guys can make an informed decision about certain things that you do, and also to help you with your journeys here as well. I think it's better to be like have the information and be able to prepare yourself, and just to being able to be one step ahead, because you don't want to knock yourself because you're like, oh my God, I should have done this, but I didn't do it, and this is what happened. And we can be so comfortable, as I said, because we're like, oh, we're coming to connect with Africa and the ancestors and our brothers and sisters. Guys, you really need to exercise a level of awareness as to the realities on the ground. And like, this is another topic as well, because I don't know, I'm probably going off on a tangent, because this can also, a bad experience can also throw you off completely, can throw you off. Was like, oh, I didn't know this was like this, or this has happened, you know what, I'm just going to throw the towel in and I'm out. But when you're well informed, when you are prepared, when you've got your strategies in place, then the journey is a lot smoother for you. And as I said, like on this channel, I'm going to be nothing but transparent. I don't mind talking about some of the negatives on my channel, because I believe that you have to, you can't like just hide all the negatives and just completely focus on the positives. Like obviously that's what we're trying to do with the whole like movement, diaspora movement, to Africa. But I feel like it's very dangerous to only look at the positives. And I think those of you guys who are thinking about like relocating here, doing business, you really have to think about the pros and cons in every situation, especially when it comes to like business, and strategizing. Because if you don't think about the cons, then you've missed the whole section of that business plan. And your business has the potential to sink because you didn't look at things holistically. And that's what I bring you to this channel. I bring you a holistic picture of my journey. Some people will like it, some people won't. Why are you talking about the negative? But I'm talking about it. I'm being transparent about what I've been through, so I can potentially help people out there to increase that level of awareness. So you guys know, like, Rwanda is amazing. Rwanda is absolutely amazing. I love the country. Like I'm comfortable here. Like the more time I spend here, the more comfortable I am here. The more I like I just see the future and how things are just looking bright. Sorry guys, someone is calling. Yeah, how the future is looking bright for me and my family. We're strategizing, we're working on our projects, we're working so hard. And I'm like, yeah, I'm really happy that I made this decision. Like, I'm really happy to be here. So I'm not trying to discourage anybody from coming to the continent or coming here to Rwanda, but you definitely can't just be oblivious and just like, walking into things completely blind. Because also what I was going to say earlier is that, we're hearing stories of a lot of the diaspora who are coming to the continent and not being well informed, not doing their own research, not knowing the reality on the ground because they haven't visited the country that they want to relocate to, not knowing the proper cost of living, not having enough savings, not having a business strategy or two, not having something in place to sustain themselves when they relocate, and finding out that whoa, like I didn't see this, I didn't know this, I didn't research this, I didn't visit the country, and no one told me about this, So like I think when you're thinking about business and relocating, it shouldn't be taken lightly. Like, you need to go in detail. It needs to be extensive, you know? And that's going to allow you to make a better decision about your relocation. Yeah, so I'm going to go through and see who we have in the building. Some of you guys are in the background, not saying much. Please let me know where you're listening in from. Please give me a thumbs up if you know you found this informative. If you have any questions about the particular incident that I've just spoken about, if you want to know more about the policing system here in Rwanda, how that works, etc., etc., then you can throw your questions at me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. And remember, you can support Lady Visionary with a super chat whenever I am live. Also, guys, I am on Patreon. I want to say thank you to each and every one of my Patreon supporters. All the details are down below in the description bar. If you want to become a Patreon supporter to help with the diaspora building project that I mentioned, then you can support that on a monthly basis. So go ahead and check out the different Patreon options. The details are down below in the description. And you can just jump on board and support Lady Visionary and everything that I'm doing here. I'm back in Rwanda for you guys who don't know. I arrived, when did I arrive? Oh, God. I arrived on Thursday. I went into quarantine, came out on Friday. Yeah. And then, it came out on Friday. Yeah, came out on Friday. Saw my family, my husband, my two boys. The reactions were very, very different. My youngest son, who's 1, looked at me and said, "Mommy," and then kind of looked at me, hugged me, looked at me again, hugged me, looked at me, hugged me. It was the sweetest thing. And then I went into my 3-year-old's room when he woke up, and he was so startled, like, who is this woman after 3 weeks? And I was like, oh, it's mommy. And he was just like he looked like he was so upset with me, like, "Mommy, where have you been? Like, for 3 weeks, I have not seen you." But he gave me a hug in the end, and a warm embrace, so that was nice. Glad to be back with my family here in Rwanda. You got Shanique. Hey, Kaz, how are you? I'm doing good. Nice to have you in the building. Anointing prayers saying, great justice was served for your business. It really was. It really, really was. I'm really impressed. To be honest, I've been impressed with the policing system and even the Rwanda Investigation Bureau here. Like, as I said, they're really, really thorough. They're really, really thorough in the way that they've done things. Because when I was in the UK, what happened? There was an incident where a motorbike was stolen off my the place I was living, and the police didn't even turn up to take any statement. We ended up doing something online, but that bike was never recovered. Nothing was recovered, right? Like, and here in Rwanda, they've been with it, like, in both cases, within a matter of a week, it's been resolved. First case, it was like 3 days, I had my money back. And then this case, within a week, money was back in my hand as quick as it left. So, guys, Phoebe, thanks be to God and quick of your husband, brother, Rwanda police. Yes, my husband was quick. Like, he went out there, even though I'm like, babe, you shouldn't have done this, really, because it could have been dangerous. Like, he went out there searching for this man to bring him to the police himself. And he did with his own hands, well, and the help of 2 other staff members. Yeah. Isazi is saying he was just a bad apple. I think that's it, really. And sometimes when these things happen, you can kind of be a little bit put off, because I was like, Kerry-Ann, are you doing something wrong? For those of you guys who don't know, my name is Kerry-Ann, but known as Lady Visionary on YouTube. Are you doing something wrong? I was like, no, I'm doing an amazing job out here. I'm providing jobs, paying people in the height of this pandemic. You're doing a phenomenal job, because yeah, you can feel a bit like, deflated. But yeah, he was just a bad apple, and you can meet those anywhere in the world. But I just wanted to highlight this, and how I've just been so impressed, really, really impressed with Rwanda and the policing system and the justice system here. Like, so quick. Go Rwanda. If any of you guys are thinking to visit Rwanda, you guys should definitely come and visit. Yeah, Payphone is saying, glad you're safe. Yes, Rwanda is a very, very safe country. You know, I feel safer in Rwanda than I did in Jamaica. And I was born in Jamaica. Payphone, working on my visa so I can make the meetup tour. Is it this year? So the meetup tour, I'm very, very flexible and it's really dependent on yourself. I've had people book in groups or, one to one. That is fine. So, I really encourage people to book in advance. Really kind of try to book in advance if you can. But yeah, Payphone, I would love to meet you. Like, most definitely, I would love to meet you. Remember, like, for Rwanda, you don't need you do need a visa, but you can apply so you can get your visa, 3 months visa on arrival. So you really don't need to stress about that at all. You can get your visa on arrival. Okay. Great Escape. Hi, how you doing? Hi. Please remember to hit the like button when you come in the chat. Oh, thank you so much. Great Escape is reminding you guys to support Lady Visionary. Thank you so much. If you can super chat or anything like that, that is fine. Just give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're enjoying the conversation. Aaliyah, you have to wear your face mask while driving. That is correct. I mean, obviously, some people will be like, have mixed feelings about this, but this is the law, and we have to follow it. Yeah, we have to. Yeah, like if you're in the car alone, because I went to dispute my case, but yeah, I was with my husband. And yeah, if you're in the car alone, apparently you don't have to wear a face mask. But I see people wearing a face mask anyway. But yeah, you have to wear a face mask when you're driving and when you're out and about. Like basically when you leave your house, just you need to have your face mask on. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Anointed prayers, we need to be vigilant. Yeah, we need to be vigilant. Yeah, and careful wherever we go. That's correct. Most definitely, most definitely. Sade is saying in other countries, if you found the criminal, it would be very, very dangerous to put them in your car and take them to the police. Yes, I didn't I was trying to get my husband to come and talk about this because he told me the story. And yeah, he didn't really want to come on the live today, I think. But maybe another time, guys, would you like to see him on my channel more often? Let me know and I'll drag him on here. He does support me a lot behind the scenes. But yeah, I was saying that. I was like, maybe he should have done that. But yeah, he had him down. And did you take him in your car? Ooh. My husband took him in our car. He actually found him and took him in our car. You had in the car. Okay, all right, okay, yeah. So yeah, he took him in the car to the police station, right? Yeah, he did. He did. Okay. Belltown is saying, I think it's a terrible idea to offer free rent to someone coming to visit Africa. They should save money to pay you rent. If you were targeting this to young adults 18 to 14 only, that would be different. Guys, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think because I came up with this idea, based on the fact, also that Kigali housing can be a little quite expensive in Kigali. And I just thought, well, it'd be something less that you would have to think about. But again, if you wanted to support with more with on the projects that I'm doing, I'm more than happy to, because every little helps. But for now, I just want to keep it as it's rent free for up to a month and you just pay utilities. Okay. But yeah, I'm hearing some of you guys saying, oh, you should charge something. But we're gonna also do this together because a lot of you guys have also reached out to me to support the project as well. So I'm not doing it completely on my own. So guys, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. But I do see your point, Belltown Daisy. I do see your point. But yeah, I wanted it to be rent free and basically those who are visiting or relocating, they'll have the house for up to a month. Obviously, after that, they would have to pay rent plus utility. But for the first month, it is completely free. Yeah, I wanted to do that. I wanted to do that, guys. Guys, don't change my mind. Don't change my heart. Um, Rwanda is not a place to take your drama. Yeah, anointed prayers. You're so true. Rwanda is not a place to take your drama. Like, they want people who can show that, come in here, you have something that can benefit the country. They're very much interested in that. And when you're thinking about like relocating here as well, if you can justify all of that, then obviously, that's a way of also gaining citizenship here. Yeah, is by showing that you're not here to play, that you do mean business, you're serious, you want to support the country, and you also want to live out your best life. Right, guys. I'm gonna only be on here for another 15 minutes because also I think my internet modem is running low, so I don't want it to chip out on you guys. Sade is saying, okay, it is so great that Rwanda has a great crime fighting system set up. I wish it was like this in Jamaica. Oh my God. Sade, I was saying exactly the same thing. I'm not being funny, but I was even thinking that Jamaica needs a president like Paul Kagame, because what is going on in Jamaica is like, hang on, like, like, to be honest, it's complete nonsense. Jamaica needs a president like Paul Kagame. I'm not even playing. I'm not even playing, because what Rwanda has been able to achieve over the last 27 years has been phenomenal. And I left Jamaica when I was around 10. And this was, okay, I don't want to give away my age, but this was over 20 years ago. And I went back. I was just in Jamaica 3 weeks. And I was like, wow, Jamaica has not made much progress. Like, if you dig deep, Jamaica has not made much progress. Like, I know some of my Jamaicans are going to be a little bit mad, maybe at me for saying this, but it is the truth. And I was like, boy, like Jamaica would be in a better place. Like right now, Jamaica is looking like a Chinese colony. They're employing the Jamaicans, paying them peanuts, working them hard, getting them lifting things, not treating them good. Like, guys, I don't even want to go into that, because to be honest, I'm going to leave that for another video, because there's so much I need to speak about, so much I need to think about. Anyway, it's not a bad idea. I would spend money with them regardless of the rent. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. Is it Isazi? I hear you. So, at Lady Visionary, can you apply for a V6 visa before entering the country? You can. Wait, hold on. Let me just think about that for a second. They do have an online visa system. So I know, like in London, they have the Rwandan embassy as well. So basically, we would go to the Rwandan embassy in London and we will apply for the visa, and then everything would be generated online and you go and pick up your visa. So you could have your visa, yes, prior to traveling. And I think, yeah, we have done that before, isn't it? Applied for our visa in London. Yeah, we've done that before. And before we traveled, Sade said, how did having a copy of his ID help you to find him? Was he living at the address on his ID? So there was no address on his ID, but Rwanda is very, very small, very, very, very small. Everybody knows everybody. Somebody knows somebody who knows somebody, and so his name, because like within the agribusiness or the agri or farming, animal farming arena, like they are key players that know a lot of people who work in this industry. So his name alone and a picture was enough to help us track him down to his exact location, address. Okay, right. Always okay. Vincent is saying, I have no question, but just want to say sorry for that incident. However, I'm so proud of our police. They are really, really, really at work all the time. And as you said, they tolerate zero jokes. Yes, it's true. Like, from what I see here in Rwanda, the police, they work very, very hard around the clock to keep the country in order, to keep the people safe. Yeah. And when I first came to Rwanda, obviously it's different. Like it was different to me because like you see like maybe military presence, policing presence, and I was like, oh, okay. But now so used to it, and I know they're out there to keep us safe and to keep things in order. So is it Hustler is saying here with you from Houston, Texas. Thank you so much for being here. Have you subscribed, guys? Any of you guys watching, are you subscribed? Okay, those of you who are definitely subscribed, because I know you keep coming back, you're a supporter. But those of you guys who keep coming back and you're not yet subscribed, please go ahead and smash the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Natasha Mohammed, hi, just signed in, so not sure what happened, but sending good vibes. Yes, you will have to go back and listen to the live, but thank you so much for being here. Natasha, I believe you're one of the new ones with us, so thank you so much for being here. Great Escape is saying, I recommend you and your husband for, I commend you and your husband for continuing to build in the face of adversity. I know personally that you all are very caring and giving to the locals. We definitely are. And it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. Like those of you guys thinking coming to Africa is just like a bed of roses and like it's smooth sailing. Like there are bumps in the road. There will be bumps in the road. You will have an amazing time. You will have highs and lows, but I think you just have to be focused on the reason why you relocated, and you just have to go hard at for what you want, right? So keep your eyes on the prize. Yeah, hope that helps. Keep your eyes on the prize. And I think that's the same sort of frame of mind that myself and my husband were in. African lifestyle. So awesome. What a pleasant surprise how both your boys respond to mommy. Oh, yes, they're such cute boys. Loving their mummy. Ibrahim said, Rwanda police are very educated. Yes, they are. They are. And they're top notch. Um, is it Bountiful Blessing? Thank you for being here. I hear violent crime is almost non-existent in Rwanda, but property theft seems to be an issue. An African American business person said people broke into through the ceiling of his shop and robbed it. So yeah, like petty crime is not uncommon, but yes, violent crimes, yeah, are very much significantly low. I wouldn't say non-existent, but significantly low. Like, yeah, you can say almost non-existent. But yeah, like those petty crimes, yeah, they will happen. They will happen. Sade Jones, you should charge rent. So for those of you guys who don't know what we're talking about with regards to this, I am building homes for the diaspora. So I've just called it Diaspora Home Project, where basically we'll build a couple of units, and hopefully that will be completed within a year. We're starting August of this month. The idea is that it will be completely free, rent free for up to 1 month. And the only thing that you guys would have to pay for, or anyone interested would have to pay for, is utilities. Some people are saying, you should charge rent, but the idea is that I wanted it to be free for up to 1 month, and then after that, there will be a charge for the rent. Okay, but it was just like people will come in, they will have somewhere to stay. You wouldn't have to think about rent. You just want it. Maybe some people out there, they don't even have enough money to travel to Africa. They just want to visit. So taking out the accommodation cost, and you're just thinking about your airfare, visa, and anything else, and then accommodation. Lady Visionary has that covered. But quite a lot of you guys, or quite a few of you guys, should I say, are saying that there should be a charge. But the initial idea is that the first month, up to 1 month, will be totally rent free and only paying for utilities. I did send out like in my community tab just to kind of hear from you guys, and that was the option that got the most votes. So people were saying, yeah, rent free for up to a month and only paying for utilities. So I was also going on the basis of what the survey had said, because I'd sent that out to you guys. Vincent is saying, let your husband come and say hello to us. No, definitely I will. I'll get him on. I will definitely get him on. He helps me shoot videos and things like that. Now I'm back. We're planning on which videos we're gonna shoot. So he helps me with some shooting of the videos and like sometimes editing. So he works on, like, we are, he's my husband, but we're business partners, we're friends. So we work on a lot of the projects that we have here. We work on that together. So yeah. Natasha, I agree with not charging rent. There are places in the US that offer 1 month free when you move in. You're giving people a jump start to their next life. That is commendable, and I applaud you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's not gonna be easy, but I really believe it's possible. So, we'll start and then see how it goes. I'll take you guys along the journey, but as I said, by August, all being well with all the paperwork, we're hoping that everything comes through by the end of July. And then, yeah, August, we can get started with building. And I will take you guys along that journey. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, you know, you can, I'm that type of person where I just think, like, even though it's such a big project, like a lot of the projects, like my hotel project is a big project. This will be a big project as well, but I'm just like, you just need to start and keep working hard, keep pushing. You also have people who support you. Keep going. Yeah, I definitely want to do it big. I feel like coming here, like, I moved from the UK. I had a good job as a physiotherapist. I did a master's in global health and international development. I traded all of that to kind of come to the continent to just explore a different life, to be amongst my people, to create opportunities, job opportunities for people. And that's what I'm doing. I'm living the dream, and I just need to keep pushing. I don't want to do it small. I want to do it big, guys. So that's why I'm just keep pushing on. Right. Okay. Sade saying, yes, we need a smart prime minister in JA. Holiness is probably show. For true, the leaders in JA seem to be paid to keep JA poor. Like, to be honest, like, when I think about what you're saying, because I'm so passionate in terms of development of our people, and like sometimes I just try to separate my emotions and just think about like the solutions. Okay, what can you do? And it's just really sad, but that's other live. I think I'll do, when I prepare myself without being like too emotional with regards to Jamaica, because 3 weeks was just enough, and it was overwhelming and overbearing and so disturbing, if I'm honest. Davy, you're a good person. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love Rwanda police. Great escape is in at Lady Visionary. For the life of me, I can't understand why they don't see the bigger picture. The amount of money he stood to make out ways to trouble he will face now. I hear you. I hear you. John is saying, hi, Lady Visionary. I'm John. Is it Nugal from Kenya? Loving your channel. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hope you're subscribed. Great Escape is saying, reminding you guys to like as you come in. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so Grayscape is saying, I think you're saying rent free is lovely and so generous. At least require them to help out on the farm. Yes. Oh my God. Like with the farm, like you know what? I think I don't know how a lot of the Black community feel, but like I'm here and I'm into farming. Obviously, I employ people to do a lot of the work for me, but we're into farming. We've got our cows, and I always say this on my channel. We've got our cows, we've got our goats, we had a newborn today, right? We had a newborn today, and yesterday one of our cows also died. So we lost a cow yesterday, and then today we had a new birth. So quite disappointed about the cow that we lost. We had that cow for quite a long time, even before we relocated. So we were really gutted and to see that cow go because we bonded with the cow. Like my husband really bonded with the cows. He loved that cow. So yeah, that was really sad. But we had a new birth today, and apparently our rabbits also. Yeah, our guys, my husband is behind the camera, and I'm asking him because he was on the farm today. Also, uh, um, one of our rabbits gave birth today, but we didn't want to disturb her nest to see how many rabbits are actually in there. And the other one is pregnant as well and due to give birth soon. So a lot of things are happening. A lot of things are happening. Like all these animals are just like, some of you guys supported the farm, bought chickens, goats, rabbits, helped us, stock in the farm and things like that. And it just continues to grow. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to each and every one of you guys. Yeah, kind of went off point, but how would you feel? Like you guys are welcome. That's what I say. Like when you guys come to Rwanda, like my project, you guys can actually come and see my farm. It is there. You can see it with your own naked eyes, right? How would you feel about milking a cow? Because we get fresh milk from the cows every single day. That's something that you can participate in, even though, like, I have not milked my cow. I haven't milked my cow. I think my husband has asked me to do it, and I'm like, no, 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 you do it. But yeah, you can come, you can milk the cow. We have people on site to show you the technique of getting the milk out effectively. If you want to walk the goats, you can walk the goats. You know, if you want to visit the rabbits, they're there. The sheep, the chickens. If you want to actually do a barbecue on the farm and eat chicken, rabbit, barbecue rabbit, you can actually do that. You actually, would you be open to do that? Those of you guys doing the meetup tour, wanting to do the meetup tour, like if you want to do anything on the farm, you want me to include anything in the farm for your specific trip, then we can actually make that happen. You can actually have an experience milking a cow in Africa. Is that something that you would want to do? Get your hands dirty. Why not? Like it's fun. It's good. So Sade saying, I love what you're doing with your business. Kudos to you and your husband. Thank you so much. We're really trying, pushing through. It's not easy. You have to exercise patience. And we just keep pushing through, pushing through. Like, even though, some days or sometimes when you're just hit by some walls and just like, you feel deflated. But for us, like, we just said, right, we see the vision. We have put our plans together. We've had to kind of be flexible in certain things, but we just keep on keeping on. We keep on pushing the barriers, and we know that eventually all will pay off. And so, it's also documenting our journey for those of you guys who are interested and you want to learn and you want to follow the journey along with us. And you're also thinking about relocating and, investing here. I'm all about being as transparent as I can be on the channel to help you guys out there as well. Because one thing I don't want you guys to do is, and I've said this before, I don't want you guys to paint this picture or romanticize about certain things and, not being well informed, um, and then kind of get into the continent or get into Rwanda and be like, oh my God, I did not know this. Oh my God, and it sort of throws you off. As I said, I believe like when you have information, information is key. Information is power. Information allows you to make informed decisions about your life, because at the end of the day, it's your life. Like making a decision to relocate from a place where you like, you've kind of dug root or made root. It can be quite difficult when you relocate, and also a lot of maybe what you see also on the internet. When you come to the country, you may find a different reality, and everybody navigates through differently, some in some ways. And yeah, so know that the experience may be different for you as well. And know that also it's very, very important to learn about other people's stories who have relocated. And also networking is very, very important. So people can tell you what they've been doing in terms of business, family, schools, healthcare. And so it helps you with your transition. Right, guys. I'm going to love you guys and leave you guys shortly. That's a good idea. Ear Hustler is saying, I think a deposit would be helpful in the event you need to replace keys, cleaning, damaged things. Upon leaving, it could be refunded if things are to your standards. Just a thought. Most definitely, most definitely. So yeah, like there has to be a damage deposit in place for like lost keys and things like that, but it will be rent free for up to just 1 month. Uh, oh wow, okay. The farm experience is a great idea to include with an Airbnb. Yeah, guys. I mean, yeah, those of you guys who are coming and you want to do Airbnb in the Northern Province, you can do that with myself. And again, I'm completely flexible because what I'm mindful of is that like you can make up different packages, but also I'm interested. Um, like people have interests on an individual level, and so I'm willing to be flexible with the meetup tour in terms of like, okay, what is it that you want to gain out of this? Some of you guys are just visiting for 10 days, for 3 weeks. What do you want to gain out of it? And then I can show you bits and pieces in the northern province. And yeah, but yeah, I'll definitely, I think, yeah, it's flexible, and it's dependent on what you guys want to gain specifically from the meetup tour. Because with the meetup tour as it stands right now, it is a 3-day experience. So you get what is it? We pick you up from Kigali, we drop you off back to Kigali, so it's return. Your breakfast is included. I can take you around Musanze. You can learn about Musanze, some business opportunities, real estate opportunities, and advice. We also take you down to Lake Kivu, which is near the border of the border of Congo, on the side of Goma. Also take you to the Twin Lakes here in the Northern Province. That's a lake. Sorry, what am I saying now? That is, oh God, my head. Lake Brera and Lake Rohondo, right? That's Lake Brera and Lake Rohondo. So you can have a look at that region, see what opportunities are there. Yeah, and then yeah, we take you back, as I said, to Kigali. Your hotel is, or your stay is also included in that. So your 3-night stay is also included in that. Guys, I'm really like, I feel like I'm getting tired or something. Yeah, so that is $350. Hopefully I made myself clear. But if you're interested, send me an email and I will also send you the flyer of the meetup tour. Yeah. We got Joelle in the building saying hi. How are you doing? Thanks for joining the conversation. Guys, I am wrapping up now. Do you have any questions for me? If you have any questions, I've got like 5 minutes. I can try my best to answer your question. Please throw your question at me if you have a question. I get a lot of emails about shipping. So there is a company already here in Rwanda, and if you're interested in shipping your items, or some of you guys have asked me about sending a car, etc., etc., then there is a logistics company already here on the ground in Rwanda. It's an established business. They're very professional. It's a Black-owned business as well. So I have put their email address up on the screen, so you can go ahead and send them an email, and they'll answer your questions and hopefully give you some clarifications with regards to your specific needs. So do go ahead and check them out. They're called Atlas Logistics. And guys, I'll just put my Patreon up on the screen right now for those of you guys who would be interested in supporting the different projects that I'm doing here in Rwanda. Your support is very much needed. I appreciate every single one of you. Specifically, if you're interested in the diaspora housing project, again, that's on Patreon, so you can go over there on Patreon and support. It's www.patreon.com/Lady Visionary. So please do go ahead and check out the Patreon page. That would be much appreciated. Sade Jones is saying, were you able to bring the fruit seeds from Jamaica? So yes, I bought 2 coconuts that had sprouted. So really thankful that I was able to bring those in, just like sprouted just a little bit. It was a dried coconut with just a little tiny sprout. So you are allowed like dried seeds, I guess. And yeah, loads of other dried seeds, such as pumpkin, tambourine, if you know tambourine, ackee, that's ackee. Some of you guys may not be familiar with ackee. Mango, Julie mango, and yeah, is it Julie? East Indian mango, sorry, it's East Indian mango and the Julie mango as well, seed. And apple, like our Jamaican apple, but I think in Jamaica we call them pear, the skin is red and the inside is white. So lovely. Oh, I also brought back jackfruit seeds, and already they've started to sprout. So I need to plant them. Like, I just need to get my pots together, and I probably will try to film a separate video on all the things that I've planted, so you guys can see how that is as well. Sade is saying, what is the story regarding Europeans living in Rwanda? Are there a lot of them there? Okay, so what I can say, because I've been coming to Rwanda since 2014. My husband brought me to Rwanda for the first, well, he was my boyfriend back then, but yeah, he brought me to Rwanda. And people are like, oh my God, you're going to Rwanda, isn't that where like this happened and that happened? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to Rwanda. And yeah, so what I've seen, definitely there has been a progression in terms of like Europeans choosing to relocate here and do business here. So there has been an increase in Europeans. And like, I say that because of what I see. Yeah. Hopefully that answers your question. Is it Kamisha RA's corner? Greetings, sis. Well, sorry to hear of your situation, just getting on. Yes, oh, I'm just about to close up now, so you have to kind of go back and hear what happened. Sade, did you bring Star Apple and Leesbury? So I didn't bring the Star Apple, but I bought the other apple, which I told you it's red on the outside and white. Like, there was so many seeds that I was trying to grab like last minute as well. Like, it was a lot, guys. And then I was thinking about my bag and being overweight, and will they let me through with these things? Because there was a point where I was carrying like what the Julie mango in my in my handbag, and it kept going off at every airport, and I was like, oh my God. So yeah, I was really worried that I wouldn't be able to, get these things through, and like all the organization and preparation, and then it would be for nothing. But I did. Um, Ebony, Riley's in the building. Thanks, great offer. I'm happy you are telling what has happened. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As I said, some people be like, "Oh, you don't need to say this. It's a negative, negative, painting negativity about Africa." But that is not really my intentions at all. My intentions is to just bring awareness, give information, so you guys are just more aware, and also to let you guys know that look, Rwanda has it has a very good policing system that has worked for me every time and has not let me down. So, you can also be rest assured that you're visiting or you're relocating to a country that is truly safe. Obviously, crime happens everywhere, but if you look even at the statistics of crime here in Rwanda, it is very, very low, very, very safe. You do have the odd petty crimes or the low level petty crimes that happen, but in comparison to a lot of other countries, even in the West, Rwanda is very safe. Ah, okay, okay. I hear you about the red apple. Okay. I didn't know that that was the exact name. I really didn't know that was the exact name for it. But now I know. I see. I learned something new every day. Um, is it Janara Marie? That's me. Hi, thanks for sharing your honest experiences. I'll be relocating there from the US in a year. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Rwanda. It is amazing. The land of a thousand beautiful, beautiful hills. And, there are so many opportunities here, providing that you come like being open-minded and flexible, wanting to immerse yourself with the people, the culture, the food, the language. Did I miss anything? Yeah, guys. But I also sent out a question on my community tab, and that was a question around something that I wanted to do. Like I do it in my consultations anyway. A lot of the time people want to know what are the good business ideas that could be done here in Rwanda. And to be honest, like there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things that can be done. And so I was like thinking, okay, I talk about this a lot in my consultations with people, and it comes up a lot. It comes up a lot, like how to make money, how like what can we do, like what opportunities, and you know this like my husband wouldn't come on this live, but he has also agreed to join us in because a lot of you guys are saying, oh, I should do like a conference where um we can all kind of be in one space, and we can talk about making money in Rwanda. What are the strategies? What are the good business ideas? Like really talk about it from first-hand experience. And so that will help you guys who are thinking about doing business in Rwanda, because one of the challenge I think a lot of the diaspora they're facing, and that's not through like me sort of just overthinking by myself, but it's through talking to people that I've realized that one of the challenge is people not knowing what business ideas would work, what could they try out, what are the possibilities around buying land, renting land for business, and things like that. And I have all that information. We have all that information. So the plan is, I think, from all your votes, is to do a conference, um, an online conference, so you guys can really get prepared in terms of how to make money. Because, as I said, as we're seeing, and I've seen a few videos coming out of Tanzania as well, a lot of the diaspora, are coming to Tanzania and actually ending up, a lot of people are starting to leave Tanzania. So I'm like, and I even before I relocated here, I did videos on how to like what mistakes to avoid when moving to Africa, right? And that's currently on my channel. That's still on my channel. Um, and it's still the same themes that are coming up. How can you make, how can you strategize and ensure that uh, you know, you have a good transition? And one of the key things I think is how to sustain yourself, because you can find that you can find that your savings just dwindle just like that. Shoo, you know, and because like you feel like, oh, things are cheaper, for example, in Rwanda than in America, like you be spending, all of that adds up, and then you're finding like, oh my God, my savings are gone, like I'm spending so much money on imported goods and it's quite expensive, and you find your money just running out and you're not able to sustain that type of lifestyle. And so I think it's very important for us to talk money, how to sustain yourself when you move to the continent, how to sustain yourself when you move to Rwanda. And so that will be what the conference will be about. And I'll have my husband who will be joining me on that one. So we just need to organize the date and then sort of advertise it out for you guys, um, with regards to the dates and everything, and see if you guys want to join the conversation. And there you guys will be able to ask so many different questions. And hopefully, yeah, as I said, we will have myself and my husband on the panel, as well as some of you guys who will be able to help with answering questions. But really, I think one of the top things, and even being here in Rwanda, what I'm learning, yeah, one of the top things is being it. How do I sustain myself when I'm here? How do I do that? And that's a very big one, a very, very big one, because I feel like if you haven't worked out how you're going to sustain yourself, or you haven't strategized with regards to that, then you will find yourself struggling, really struggling. So I think we need to talk money and how to maintain yourself when you relocate to the continent. But specifically, we'll be talking about Rwanda because that's where I am. That's where my husband is from. And, he's got a lot of knowledge as well to share. So let me know if you'll be interested in that. Let me know if you'll be interested in that. Guys, I'm rounding up. I really don't want the internet to shut down on us. Ebony Riley saying, for single women and women with children, we need to know. We need to know why, when you tell the truth, people think you're saying negative about the country. Yes, but for me, to be honest, I know kind of people have different opinions on social media platforms, but I really don't want that to limit me with regards to sharing my experiences and sharing the truth, because I know that it's valuable for many of the people who are watching my channel and thinking about visiting and thinking about relocating to the continent. I think we definitely have to be honest. And I feel, as I said previously, it's like it's good seeing the good, and that's amazing. We want, that's what it's all about. We want to show people that there is life in Africa, contrary to what's been said. But also, with every given situation, you also have to weigh up the negatives as well. And I think that's very, 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 very important. But not everyone would agree. And that's okay. Ebony Riley, so Eminem Motors is saying greetings. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Ebony, for the super chat. I really appreciate that very much. That will go a long way. Thank you so much. Ebony Riley, yes, that sounds like the country where they don't carry guns, or most don't have cars. Right, right. Great escape. I would love to do, sorry, I would love to have my children take part in the cultivation of their fresh meal. That is a must for them to experience, truly from farm to table. Yeah. And just, I think it was about a week ago, like my boys, I think I did share some pictures in on the community tab But last week my boys were on the farm. I have two boys, though one is 3 and one is 1, and both of them went on the farm to see how the cows are milked, and then they brought the milk home. We brought the milk home, and they were petting the animals, and they just really have immersed themselves in nature, and it's a wonderful thing to see. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Um, Ebony Riley, warning: if you're moving to a country and all the YouTube you're listening to only says great things happening, watch out. Yes, yes, yes. There are great things happening on the continent. I feel like there has been a big transition, but at the same time, you definitely have to weigh things up, and then that's going to help you decide on, okay, I can do business in this country, I can relocate to this country. Because I meet people as well. Like a couple of days ago, I met this guy on the plane, and he lives in Switzerland, but he invests here in Rwanda, and he also invests in Burundi and South Africa. So it's all about like information, and then you making a decision about where you can invest. Because some people may not want to relocate specifically, but they do want to contribute to the development of Africa. So they're investing. But with him, he's actually going to the countries where he's investing, which I also encourage as well. Because sometimes on the internet things can be a bit. So I would encourage you, like, okay, if you're thinking about investing in a country, it's a good idea to go there. Yeah, that's what I say personally. Some people may not agree, but each their own. Right. Great Escape saying, love the idea. Great Escape at Ebony R. That is so true. Great point. Definitely. Is it Gurnsley is saying, greetings from Canada. Hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you? I don't think I've seen you here on the channel. So if you're new, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe. If that subscribe button is in red, like, I just want to come through the screen and click on it so that you can be subscribed. I'm seeing you guys here, but I'm seeing more of you guys join the conversation. You guys will have to go back and find out exactly what happened. Yeah, you'd have to go back and find out exactly what happened, what the conversation has been about. Guys, I think that is it from me. Again, closing out, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys who have been supporting my channel, and everything that I'm doing here, just encouraging my work, because it's not always easy sometimes, like, like being a small YouTuber and things like that. But again, I don't really look at that so much. I just stay focused on what I want to do. I'm very much focused on the vision. And so I just keep going. I keep going. That's what I do. So, you guys have been very, very supportive. Like, I get numerous messages like every day. Like, I also think like I'm just a small YouTuber, and I get so many messages every day from you guys. And sometimes, like, I do try to reply to all the messages that I get. And I just think about those big YouTubers. How do they do it? Because she must get thousands and thousands of messages, and I'm struggling with my. People will say like, "Oh, Karen, you're doing struggle life because you've only got this number of subscribers." But I don't know. I feel like if you don't appreciate the little that you have, I don't even see it as little, but if you don't appreciate the little that you have, you will never appreciate it when the numbers grow. So for me, I appreciate everything. I really do, like, appreciate everything. And it's the same, like, I don't know if it relates, but like when I was growing up as well, like people always used to say, "Oh my God, you're wise beyond your years." Like, and I always used to be like, okay. But I always also thought about this, like, even when like I would get like little money for like birthdays and things like that, always had in my head, like, if you're not able to manage this little money that you have, you will never to be able to manage it in abundance. And so that's like kind of the same concept that I have. I hopefully that makes sense, guys. So again, guys, I am on Patreon. For those of you guys who want to support me, that's www.patreon.com/ladyvisionary. There's various options to be able to support. You can go and have a look and see which project you would like to support on a monthly basis. I would really appreciate that. Again, I'm on Instagram as lady_visionary. I do have a business Instagram, which is Twin Lakes Recreational Island. Guys, keep your eyes peeled because, you know, trust me, I'm working. I'm working. And you guys will definitely see the fruits of my labor. Like, even though I'm not able to kind of share maybe everything, but definitely you guys will see the fruits of my labor. Well, not just my labor, but the labor of my husband, our staff, our amazing staff who are dedicated to our projects and are always on time, because that's something that I've also had to kind of install in my staff. Like, I'm someone who, like, when I'm working, I do not like nonsense. Like, when it comes to time, I don't like nonsense. So not like I've been harsh, but I've just set the foundation with my team to know that, right, when you're doing things, you must be serious. When we say this time, you must be on time. Yeah, so yeah, we do have a great team. Some great people who are dedicated to our projects and who are working extremely hard. We've been able to provide jobs in the pandemic, and people are able to, like, support their families, bring bread to the table, in these difficult circumstances. So, and I've not been, like, that's not been me alone. Like, the support I get on YouTube, I channel that to my staff, paying my staff, recruiting people, and things like that. Like, I'm not worried about myself right now too much. It will all come. It will all come. Like, the blessings will just come in millions and millions of folds. So I'm not worried too much about myself right now. Okay. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, is that Audrey? Hello, it's my first time seeing you. I'm from New Jersey. Okay, nice to see you. Well, nice, can't see you, but nice to have you in the chat. I'm Lady Visionary. I've relocated from the UK to Rwanda. I've started various projects here. I'm planning on building a hotel. We have an amazing team working on that. Just I just announced the diaspora housing project. That's where I'm building homes for people from the diaspora who want to come and visit or just want to relocate. The first month is completely free, and then there's the charges thereafter. So yeah, I'm on YouTube. I'm just documenting my journey here. I've relocated with my husband and my two kids, my two boys, and yeah, I'm just showcasing my life here in Rwanda and all our projects that we're working on here in Rwanda. So yeah, do follow the journey. Please do subscribe if you haven't already done so. Yeah, visit Rwanda. Definitely visit Rwanda. Eminem Motives is saying like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for reminding the audience. Is it Bobcat is saying, Lady Visionary, who robbed you there? You have to go back and listen to the live because I'm about to close out. Ebony Riley, because most of the YouTubes are selling pipe dreams, and no one is protective of single moms and mothers. Also, always look on the USA depth for safety warnings. Yes, I do agree with what you're saying, but I also feel like, sometimes you have to come and see it for yourself, because sometimes a lot of the information, when you read into it, like, there's a political stance in it. So you definitely have to come and critique it for yourself. But definitely, it's like, yeah, you definitely have to be critical about where you're choosing to relocate to. You have to see whether it's suitable for you and your circumstances, for you and your family, if you're a single mom, you know, things like that. And everybody's situation has to be assessed on an individual level. Like what may work for me may not work for you, and vice versa. So you just have to visit the country and see where you would best fit. Okay. There is a website that you could recommend market data in Rwanda. I'm looking for statistics so I can evaluate on what to invest in. You can get that information on the Rwanda Development Board. They have a list of areas for development. That's the Rwanda Development Board. Kimla Lee is saying, hi, Lady Visionary. Hi to you as well. Welcome. Ebony Riley saying she is very rare. I have been researching Africa for a year. This is the first person, to be honest. I found out very negative info, and when I shared it, I was told to stop, that I was scaring people. Yeah, guys, yeah, I don't know what to say, but as I said, I feel like you have to weigh up the pros and cons. Like, if you just completely focus on the positives without really thinking about anything else, it's a pretty dangerous stance, if I'm honest. But anyway, I won't go into that. Great Escape is saying, this is correct, Ebony. That's why I rock with Lady V. She is one of the 100% genuine. With everything on her channel, we need the truth. She also gives you solutions. Oh, thank you so much. I really try my best, like, just to give you guys raw content in terms of like just transparent, being transparent, and also give information that I'm like, I would want to know this information. Like, this would be useful for a lot of people. You know what I mean? So I try to give useful information, try to speak the truth. Although some people will be like, no, 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 Lady Visionary, should only talk about the positives. And I like, that's what I want to do. I really like, because, like, when I first visited Ghana, and, a lot of what is said about Africa is said to be so negative. And when I visited Ghana, I'm like, oh my God, more people need to know about Africa. More people need to know about Ghana. And that was back in 2010, when people weren't really like interested. Like, you're seeing a wave of people coming to Africa now. And I was trying to convince people, like, from my circle, like my family members, come and visit Africa. Oh my God. And they're like, Kerry-Ann, are you sure? Are you mad? People asking me if I was crazy. And, some of those crazy people have visited Africa and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe, like, we've been avoiding this country. We thought we'd never ever step foot in Africa because of what we saw on TV. So I'm glad to have influenced them in that way. So yeah, guys, I am definitely signing out now. Definitely. But if you want to keep in contact, you can email me. That's projecthealth8@gmail.com. Again, Instagram. And again, I see you guys in the comment section. So thank you guys so much. Again, if you are new, please don't consider it, do it. Please, please subscribe to my channel. We are on the road to achieving 5K subscribers, guys. And you guys say that you're rocking with me. Are you sharing my videos? Are you sharing some of your favorite videos of my channel on your platforms, your social media platforms? Make sure you're sharing me out there, because that's the only way I'm going to gain visibility, or it's going to help me gain visibility on various platforms, and hopefully more people come over and subscribe to the channel and just, help the channel to grow. So yeah, we're on the way to achieving 4K subscribers. I think we're at 5K. I'm gonna say 4K. I'm over 4K. I'm at what, 4,120, around there. So we're on the road to achieving 5K. I was hoping that we'll do that by the end of this month. Maybe it's still possible, guys. Maybe it's still possible with your help. So yeah, do go ahead and support me by making. Have you liked as well? Have you liked this live stream? Have you liked this live stream? Audrey is saying, I also went to Ghana and the Ivory Coast and was shocked about the beauty. Yes, definitely the beauty. Is it San is saying, thank you for the Sorry, thanks for the well-informed information. You're very much welcome. All of you guys are welcome. Earl Lewis is in the building. Lady Visionary, I agree with not charging at first. There used to be similar arrangement in Canada. Follow your dreams and continue to soar. I'll leave that as the exit message. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care and have a good evening, morning. Have a good day wherever you are. Until next time. Mwah.